Hey, what's up? Today we're looking at this Spider-Man game. It's solid. I'll just say that up front. You start as Spider-Man right away. You can fight bosses that show up on the map, do quests, rebirth, and upgrade your skills. It's kind of in the same lane as Blox Fruits, just not as big or deep. Still pretty decent though. You can level your character and do a bunch of other stuff. I'll just show you how it works. I'm using this one right now because I like the hood. There are different abilities too. My favorite is the giant hand one. I've been saving for it, but it's slow because I keep rebirthing. Rebirth makes you earn more money later. Max rebirth is 10. If you play about an hour a day, getting max rebirth and unlocking most things takes around a week. On the map, you'll run into different thugs. They can kill you, but you get cash when you beat them. I'll show you real quick. Enemies go from level 1 up to level 7. You can dodge and sprint in this game. By the way, most of you probably already know that. Level 1 guys are easy. You can take them out in one hit, even with the weakest attack. Works for me because my skills are already upgraded. Stronger ones aren't that bad either. Just keep leveling your character so you don't get one shot. This is where you upgrade your character. It'll make your attack stronger. It works a bit like critical hits in Minecraft. If you jump and strike at the same time, you can deal extra damage. The rule here is the same. The more upgraded your character is, the greater the chance of landing such an extra hit right then. Let's take a look at the bosses. You can upgrade abilities too. There's an upgrade menu here. I think health matters more than abilities, but it depends on how you play. If you're good at dodging, then putting points into abilities makes sense. You can climb buildings, but it's not always the fastest way to move. All right, bosses, they look like this. Best way to fight them is just shoot and keep moving. They hit pretty hard, even at level 10 or 12. See, this one already took half my health. That's why I fight them like this. When they throw those round things, they're usually bombs. Just dodge and move right away. If they knock you down, they can keep shooting at you. I'll show you. If the boss is shooting, just dodge the projectiles when he gets close. Back up. Don't stand still too long. You can do quick side dodges too. If he throws a boomerang, it's not the worst. Decent chance it misses. But if he throws that round ball, it can be poison gas or a bomb. The bomb knocks you down, and then he can just keep hitting you. Worst part is he can still hit you while you're on the ground. Okay, that time it was gas. Gas isn't as bad as the bomb. Bomb knocks you down, does decent damage, and leaves you open for a second. Got him. Now I've got a quest to beat 12 bosses. That's probably the hardest one in the game. Mostly because bosses have a lot of health and take a while to kill. Regular enemies are easier except the boxers maybe. Let me show you the boxers. I hit one and look, he can do this. He can knock you down the same way bosses do. That's what bugs me about them. They don't have the most health, but they're the most annoying NPCs in the game. Some people might find the bosses more annoying. For me, it's the boxers. All right, back to bosses and rebirths. Bosses can glitch sometimes, sometimes not. Also, watch the cars. If one hits you, it knocks you down. I can show you where they drive. Right here. First, they take some health. See, already lost some HP. Second, they knock you over. The damage isn't huge, but getting knocked down can be a problem, especially in boss fights. You're usually standing with your back or side to the boss so you can hit him easier, and that's when a car can hit you. Pretty annoying during those fights. Cars can hit the boss too, but they barely do any damage to him. You lose a lot more HP. After you get knocked down, the boss has about 3 free seconds to hit you. Doesn't sound like much, but in a boss fight, it's a decent amount of time, especially if you're not max level yet. Even at level 10, they can still knock you down. That other player over there has a lot of health, so you can just take it. At first, the game feels simple and fun. Later, it can get a bit repetitive. But once you get to level 12 and start clearing 12 bosses, it gets more interesting. Beating a boss gives you a good amount of money that lets you rebirth. Every rebirth makes you earn more later, and you unlock new abilities. Overall, it's a solid game. If I had to compare it to Blox Fruits and pick one, I'd say both are fine. They're similar enough. Blox Fruits feels a bit different, but this one is faster to progress through. I like that. I'm not into grinding one game for hundreds of hours. It's also fine if you like Spider. Man, you can just jump in and play as him. There are other Spider-Man games on PC and console, but here you just join and play, no downloads. That's why I think it's worth checking out. If you asked me what's most important here, I'd say farming money. The more money you get, the stronger you get. Don't forget to upgrade your character and save for rebirths. When you rebirth, ability upgrades reset, but character progress stays. The game just takes the exact amount needed for the rebirth. For example, if the next one costs 195,313, I save that first. If I have extra, I might put some into ability upgrades so I can progress faster after. Once you're beating bosses, those amounts don't feel that big. One boss can drop around 40k depending on damage. That's why I also play on PvP servers sometimes. There are Robux packs too. They're pretty cheap. Around 2,000 in game dollars is about 1 Robux. The biggest pack gives 1,682,000 and costs 599 Robux. That's not bad. In Blox Fruits, similar packs cost more for 1 million currency. Here, money is easier to get and the packs are cheaper. If you like buying stuff with Robux and you're going to play this, it's a decent deal. You get a fair amount for the price. The biggest pack works out to around $20, maybe $50 at the high end. I'd give the game an 8.5 out of 10. The 8 is because there haven't been any big updates in a while. The extra half point is for the bosses. They have better mechanics than most. In Blox Fruits, the bosses are simpler. Here they can stun you, block you for a second, or use different attacks, so the fights feel more interesting. There's PvP too. In Blox Fruits, it often turns on after a while, or you can turn it on yourself. Here you just enable it if you want to fight, or leave it off if you don't. Only downside is you can't fight someone who has PvP off. So sometimes it's hard to find a fight. Still, the game is pretty solid. Links in the description if you want to try it. See you later.